Now time for race 2 out of 15. It's Junior Rotax, heat number 2, Group C and D. Let's take you through the starting grid. It's going to be an all-British front row, courtesy of Archie Clark in the 247. Alongside him will be Argenti Motorsports' Kenzo Craigie in the 244. Row number 2 is going to be Tom Strela in the 238 representing Latvia. He'll be joined by the UK's Timur Jungling in the 265 on row 2. Germany and France represent row 3 with the 264 of Julian Kovacevic and the 272 of Ryan Bourguignon on that row. Boris Maximov from the Netherlands in the 230 will be on the inside of row number 4, joined by August Reber in the 229 representing the United Arab Emirates. Rounding out the top 10, it's France and the Netherlands with the 233 of Roman Kitzinger and the 262 of Krik Noren. Antoine Grissel and Hamza Al-Fayez representing France and Jordan will be on row number 6 with Matthias Jellerup from Denmark, Ollie Wise from the United Kingdom, Sky Parker also representing the UK, and Denmark's Kasper Nissen completing the 16-strong grid. So once again for this race, it will be 7 minutes plus an additional lap. So the drivers heading up to Dunlop at turn number 11. They're starting to get into formation rather tidily at the top part of the circuit as they make their way down to the final corner on this 1,280-meter circuit, taken at significant speed. The drivers split. They go into the tram lines. Are we ready? Are we steady? Revs rise. Lights are out. We're off and racing. Good start by the pole sitter Archie Clark, who has Tom Strela right behind him going into the clubhouse, but someone's trying to make it round the outside. It's easier said than done. There's a little bit of a skirmish in the mid-pack heading through into turn number 3 as they head onto turn 4 for the opening time. Looks like Tom Strela was trying to get through on Archie Clark, but that's allowed the door of opportunity to be opened into turn number 5 by Kenzo Craigie, but he has to hold back. Julian Kovacevic looks to be up into 4th position in the 264 representing Germany, but he's going to run a little bit wide coming out of the corner. Nearly opens the door, looks to be Boris Maximov in the 230, rounding out the top 5 positions. Timur Jungling now down in 6th place as they head into Dunlop at turn number 11. And now they're going to be pretty much flat out coming through turn 12. Clark leads the way after the opening lap. Strela in 2nd, Craigie in 3rd. Tom Strela looking for a move up the inside into the clubhouse. And that particular opportunity, that didn't quite happen. Hamza Al-Fayez, in the meantime, has rocketed his way up from 12th position to 8th. So the Jordanian making some headway as there's a look up the inside on Archie Clark, and that pushes the door wide for, well, that basically pushes the door wide, and up through the inside to take the race lead now is Kenzo Craigie in the 244. Kovacevic has now made his way up into 3rd. He's followed by Timur Jungling in 4th place. So Strela went up the inside of Archie Clark. It opened the door not just for him, but also for Kenzo Craigie as they come around the final corner to complete lap number 2. Craigie leads the way. Tom Strela right on his back bumper, heading down into clubhouse. The Latvian again looking through into that corner, and the train is quite formidable. And unfortunately, Ollie Wise has not taken any further participation in this race. So we have 15 drivers, and coming down the back straight away as Hamza Al-Fayez is trying to get up the inside through into turn number 5, has to hold back and wait for another opportunity. Then makes a mistake coming out of turn 6, left wheel touches the grass. It's all happening behind the top 2 because Julian Kovacevic has just lost a big handful of places. Kenzo Craigie still leading the way. Tom Strela is not giving up, though, as they come out of the final corner. The Latvian's going to have the slipstream advantage going into Clubhouse once again, as we're on to lap number 4 of this race. 4.25 minutes still to go, plus an additional lap. And Kenzo Craigie has a little bit of a bump coming out of Clubhouse and into the left-hander at turn 3, before they go into the right-hander here at 4. Onto the back straightaway once again. Archie Clark has now started to resurge his way up the field, and he's behind Timo Jungling. The 265 from Dan Holland Racing, currently in 3rd place. Now into the left-hander here at 7. For the right, the left here at turn 8 before the piff-paff chicane at turns 9 and 10. And that chicane is taken at very, very big speeds. Entire field after 3 laps were covered by 3.5 seconds. Now lap 4 completed, top 7. As Strela was looking very, very feisty up the inside through into Clubhouse on Kenzo Craigie on that particular time. Very much side by side. Kenzo Craigie held his line. Black and white flag is coming out for Hayam Bourguignon in the 272, representing France in 6th. Kenzo Craigie is holding on at the moment. Just under 3 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. Kenzo Craigie is keeping Tom Strela at bay, but they've got to watch themselves of the 2 in front, because rapidly closing are the likes of Timo Jungling and also Archie Clark. Looks like there's been a slight change. August Raber might have just gotten up into 6th position through Dunlop. And Boris Maximov has dropped all the way down to 7th position from 5th. So now it's becoming a top 4 scrap. 7 tenths cover the top 4. After 5 laps, we're on to lap number 6, as there was a big old moment for one of the drivers, and that was Tom Strela. He was wide coming out of turn number 3, following the right-hand sweeper at Clubhouse. And now Archie Clark looking for a move up the inside of the 238 from Latvia and gets the job done coming out of turn number 7. So Kenzo Craigie continues to lead this race as we approach the conclusion of lap number 6. Timo Jungling, the 265 from Dan Holland Racing, is closing in. Archie Clark now into 3rd, as there's the lunge and there's the move from Timo Jungling on Kenzo Craigie to take the lead going into the Clubhouse turn 2. But Kenzo Craigie was very, very tight towards the apex through into turn 3 coming out of Clubhouse. Now it's the run down the back straightaway. Minute and 15 plus an additional lap still remains. Now we have a new race leader. But everything is starting to have the accordion effect just behind, because now it's not going to be the top 4 that might be competing for the potential race victory, with a minute on the timer left to go plus an additional lap. Hayam Bourguignon is leading the charge of the cavalry from behind. Jungling now starting to stretch a little bit of an advantage over Kenzo Craigie. Tom Strela now looking for the move on the 244. Is he going to get it this time? Yes, he is, and gets through for 2nd position, but runs a little bit wide coming out of Clubhouse. Nearly presents the opportunity for Kenzo Craigie to get back through on a silver platter. But the 238 manages to shut the door rather quickly. As now late on the brakes into turn 5 was Tom Strela. And that loses a bit of momentum. Kenzo Craigie back up the inside. That's going to open the door for Archie Clark, is it? Not quite. So Kenzo Craigie back up into 2nd position. The time is going to run out before they come through into the final corner. Last lap board is out this time. And Timo Jungling leads the way in the 265. And now there's a further change. Because Tom Strela has dropped all the way down to 5th position. He's been passed by Archie Clark and Hayam Bourguignon. Boris Maximov, the 230, looks up the inside through into turn 4, has to back out of it rather rapidly. Mounted the curbs with the left front tyre. Now just behind them, you've got the likes of the recovering Julian Kovacevic and August Raber, who round out 8th and 7th position respectively. But Timo Jungling has managed to pull enough of a gap, which was nearly the best part of half a second. After 8 laps of racing, we're on the 9th and final lap as Timo Jungling makes his way up to Dunlop Corner at turn number 11. The 265 based out of London. Now makes his way through the final corner, and Jungling picks up the victory in heat number 2 for Junior Rotax. Second, it's Kenzo Craigie, who led for the majority of that race, and he was hard-pressed at the end of the race, courtesy of Archie Clark in P3. Ryan Bourguignon takes 4th, ahead of Tom Streller, who was in contention for the victory for the first half, whilst battling away multiple times with Kenzo Craigie. And the Latvian in the 2.38 finishes in 5th place. Boris Maximov takes 6th place ahead of August Reber, with Germany's Julian Kovacevic completing the top 8 positions. France's Antoine Grisel and Jordan's Hamza Al-Fayez complete the top 10, followed by Krik Knorren, Casper Nissen, Sky Parker, Matthias Jallerup, and France's Romain Kitzinger completing the 15 that finished all 9 laps of racing, covered by just over 7.2 seconds. Unfortunately for Ollie Wise, his race ended prematurely with a technical failure coming out of turn number 4.